So this politician ruins his career by smashing with a hooker, but then he makes the most insane comeback I've ever seen. Now his name is Gerald, and Gerald wants nothing more than to make an impact on this world. So he gets into politics, and at 26 years old, he runs for Congress. But unfortunately, he loses that election. Oh, but Gerald's not going to give up yet. He's determined to be a political success. So a year later, he tries again, and he runs for city council. And this time, he wins. He finally gets his foot in the door. And once he's elected, everyone just loves Gerald, because he works really hard to be a man of the people. Like, he goes out and he works a day with a garbage collection crew, and he spends a night with prisoners in jail. He's trying to get everyone's perspective to take back with him to city council. He's that kind of guy, so he's really popular. But then Gerald screws it all up when one day he decides to visit a health club. Here's the thing about this particular health club. This health club is actually known as a place where guys go to meet hookers. So while Gerald's there visiting this place, he pays for intercourse. Twice. And when he does, for some dumb reason, both times he pays with a personal check. And of course, on those checks, he had signed his actual name. And eventually, predictably, the health club gets busted by police for running a prostitution ring. And during that investigation, of course, they find the checks with Gerald's name right on them. And poor Gerald, he's embarrassed and he's ashamed, and then boom, he's forced to step down from the city council position he worked so hard for.
I believe it in the best interest of this community that I resign.
Now, lucky for him, he doesn't face any charges, but it does seem like that's the end of his political career, and he's never going to make an impact on this world. Until Gerald is not ready to give up yet. He set out to make an impact on this world, and damn it, that's what he's gonna do. So a few years later, despite his scandal, he says, fuck it, I wanna get back into politics. And he runs for city council again. And to everyone's surprise, boom, he gets elected again. Not only that, he wins by a landslide. And shortly after that, he gets chosen by the city council to be the mayor of Cincinnati. Oh, but he's not done yet. 4 years later, he runs for governor of Ohio. And he still has these skeletons in his closet from the whole prostitution scandal, but he still runs a pretty good campaign where he owns up to his past mistakes.
Some 9 years ago, I spent time with a woman I shouldn't have, and I paid her with a check. I wish I hadn't done that.
But when all is said and done, unfortunately, Ohio doesn't seem to be ready for a guy like Gerald, 'cause he loses that election. So now, he doesn't know what he's gonna do. He's bummed out. His political career is pretty much over. How in the hell is he gonna make an impact on the world now? So while he's trying to figure things out, Gerald gets a job as a local news anchor and political commentator. And it turns out, he's actually pretty good at that. He's good on TV. In fact, he's so good on TV, the network ends up giving him his own TV show called The Jerry Springer Show. Now, the show is actually kind of a hard-hitting news show. It's a place for Jerry to discuss important issues like homelessness and the AIDS crisis, stuff like that. But then, as time goes on, the news angle starts to fade away in favor of drama from the guests. And that is when the episodes start getting crazier.
He's my man. You need to stay the away from him. He doesn't love you. You're nothing but a psycho
and crazier.
My sister is dating my father.
And crazier.
I did this for you. I feel really stupid.
And I still love that you do that for me.
I'm an alligator.
And the network is like freaking out. They're like, yes, we want more of that crazy, please. So the Jerry Springer Show evolves into this massive hit, and it becomes what hundreds of millions of people know it and love it to be. And it runs for 27 successful seasons, and Gerald becomes an icon of TV talk shows. So I guess you could say he made an impact on the world.